do you want to start with real quick? You got like 2 minutes to try and.
Yeah, no, we got time.
All right.
I mean, we were just.
I got my 4 guys history notes, so I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna do that and maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you want to just go into that, or do you want to do like you want to just go and I'll kind of.
Bro, I am not the structure guy. CJ is, so we're literally fucked.
Shit. All right. No, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
It's gonna be me and you cursing for like 23 minutes.
That's fucking great. All right. But all right, do you want to? I mean, is there anybody you want to call out as assholes or anything, or you want to do anything, in general, like just shout outs or like whatever you want to do? I'll be quiet for a bit. I'll just kind of, I'll be like your.
Just let me know. Okay. That chord is like a little weird, so just try to.
If you want to just go Yankees, talk, for a bit, then I'll just kind of chime in every now and again.
I mean, yeah, if we want to do shout outs, we should do shout out to Yankee Report, Yankee Crazy Podcast, and Mikey Baseball.
All right. Oh yeah, Mikey Baseball.
I love that kid. He's hilarious.
He's fucking great. I don't know. I don't know what his deal is, but he's fucking hilarious.
He's hilarious.
You see the shit where he hit himself in the face with a pie the other day? Like,
he's ridiculous. He's a cartoon character.
He fucking is.
He really is, dude. I love it.
It's awesome. All right, so you do that. If there's anything you want to go on about, Yankees end of the season playoffs, I'll just fucking say a line here or two off of you, and then you want to go into that. We'll go into the poll, and then hopefully not say the word Domingo Germán once.
Yeah, we're not going to be talking about.
Let's not get into that.
We don't have any I don't even want to talk about the Vasquez guy. We're not touching that.
Yeah, I'd rather stay far, far away from that.
We've said we have no problem crossing any lines. That's one line I'm not going to touch.
Yeah, let's not fuck with that shit, dude. That's way down the line.
I'd rather talk about Esteban Loaiza's cocaine issues than.
Dude, when he got busted as a coke lord.
Unbelievable.
I'm fine with that. Fine with that. Yeah, if you want to bring that up at some point, but
driving across state lines to get with a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, I don't think we should. Yeah, because there are plenty of jokes in there, but yeah, that's too soon. It's too soon. It's too soon.
Yeah. I guess we can talk Mets a little since they keep winning and the Yankees keep losing. Yeah. And it's really fucking annoying.
Yeah. Well, how far? I have the Mets. I have the standings pulled up here.
Cool. I do not.
How far out are they? They are 14 and a half out, but I'm not seeing wild card.
Joe, do you know what the Mets are in the wild card?
3 out.
They're 3 out in the wild card.
Okay. Let me pull up the wild card standings just so I have them.
Cubs. Right. Mets are 73 in the last 10. Washington's 5-5. Creeping.
Mets are 7-3 in the last 10. Joe says.
Yep. Yeah, and I just figured out that.
You wipe that smirk off your face, Joe. I hate that.
They're still not making the playoffs, Joe. Come on.
We just had to hire a Mets producer.
Well, they need something else. They need something else to do with their time after fucking June.
Yeah, no, you're right. Every 10 days they go from awesome to shitty to elite again to.
And it has been going on for 30 fucking years.
Right, 30 years of this shit. Since 2000, we've been waiting. Right. Oh, that's terrible. You were 3 when they won? That's terrible.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Because even I was, 96, so I was 8. Right, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you all. I think I was like 10.
Yeah. But, I remember it pretty well because I was, 8. No, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so wild card. Yeah, Cubs and Milwaukee are tied for the second. Washington a game and a half up. Mets at 6th with fucking. All right, cool, got it.
So you know what you're gonna say about Ed Delahanty and his junking?
Well, you mean Big Ed, the king of SWAT?
I love Big Ed and
Big Ed.
Christy Mathewson too. He's pretty crazy. He was a fullback at Bucknell, and then he was. He was a captain in the gas warfare unit in World War I.
Chemical service
right?
with fucking Ty Cobb. With Ty Cobb, which
was he? Okay,
they were both in it. but he got fucking gassed in some exercise and wound up getting TB.
Yeah, that's why he died in 1925.
Career. Yep. Yeah, up in somewhere upstate New York or something.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. That part I didn't know about him. I knew like all the pitching parts, but this is fucking.
I mean, his stats are nuts. He had 373 wins, and people don't talk about him like he's Ty Cobb. He's basically Ty Cobb too.
And his fastball was apparently fucking just off the charts. I mean, but obviously nobody's fucking. The only thing they could say it was faster than like their horse or something like that.
I mean, he had 2,502 strikeouts, and his ERA was 2.13 for his career over 17 years.
That 2.13 over 17 is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, Mathewson was an incredible guy. Do you see? That fucking out of the park baseball thing. That's fucking. It's this crazy fucking simulation game that I play, right? And you can do like, so you can simulate the fucking major leagues if there was never a color barrier. Like you could just do it from then until now, and like run full simulations on it.
Yeah,
they might be fucking somebody to get in touch with. Like they fucking answered our shit today with the little GIF.
Right.
Like they're huge. I mean, like fucking Theo Epstein plays it. Like all these guys, like fucking.
That's good. I need to get into that. I haven't.
It's hilarious.
Done
that. I'll send you the link after.
Cool. Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna love it. Right, but that could be somebody to get the fucking advertise on this shit too.
We need that.
I know. That just popped into my mind.
My dad dropped me off at the studio today because CJ's not driving, and the first thing he brought up to Joe is, "Why aren't we making money yet?"
That's well. Let us do that. That's for our call. But I mean, that's just something I thought of today. That'd be because I don't think they really advertise much, and it would be good to get in. They've been doing it for 20 years. They're like the biggest simulation game around. It's. I'll send you the link. But
I like that you have the Brewers on in the background. That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just be watching that and get distracted. You'll be like,
that's fine.
Evan.
I can't good because I can't see it. So let me know what's going on. I mean, I guess I'm ready when you are.
I think it's 1-0 right now.
1-0 Milwaukee, top of the third.
Cool.
Yeah. That thing comes in handy, man. The guy fucking I got the house from left this fucking projector and 7-foot screen.
Dude, I lived in Culver City, and there was a built-in music studio in the garage when I moved in with a full drum set and guitars left. And we just jammed out.
His shit?
He left his shit because he had a bitter divorce with his wife, and he was like, "Fuck you, just take the house. I don't want to deal with this shit. Keep the drums." And so we just moved in. She's like, "Yeah, play the fuck out of the drums. You can break them if you want. I don't care. Fuck him."
Wow.
We were like, "Okay, cool."
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
We absolutely will.
And we grew in the backyard, and it was amazing.
Yeah, Culver City's not bad, man. I rehearsed over there the other day. There's like fucking tent cities now there. It's everywhere out here.
It's a weird place, Culver City. I think.
Yeah, it's strange. I lived in Marina Del Rey, which is right there too. So
okay,
yeah. I hated that place.
I miss California, but living in New York is definitely different. More.
I know. I miss it, but I don't know. You know what? When you guys are under 4 feet of snow, I'm not gonna miss it one fucking bit. You know, it's only been 2 years, so this is like, you know.
I literally paid $90 extra to have a garage spot because I got sick of shoveling the fucking parking, and like people kept stealing my parking spot anyway because it's like, oh look, his is nice and clean. It's like, no, jackass.
Yeah, I did that, you fuckface.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, I know. Fucking ingrates, fucking ungrateful fucks.
Nonsense.
Those cock smokers.
All right, Joe, I think we're ready to go.
It's recording.
Oh, we're already going?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool. Well, this is 27 down. We've been going for the past 7 minutes and didn't know it. That's cool.
All right.
We're not cutting anything. This is 27 down. We don't edit. This is the perfect podcast for the perfect game, apparently.
That it is.
So that was behind the scenes bonus footage, I guess.
We were testing audio.
Yeah, testing audio. Audio is good. What are we talking about today? You want to just jump to the poll question that I did this morning about Ed Delahanty, Christy Mathewson, Chase Hale, and Fred Merkle?
Well, I mean, sure. Who won that poll or is leading as of now?
I mean, it was a landslide, Christy Mathewson, but I'm pretty sure he's the only one people know. And second you put war hero on anything, they're like, oh, gotta give it to that guy.
You almost fucking cheated with that one, man.
Yeah, I should have worded it differently. That was dumb.
Yeah, you should have put like tuberculosis.
Yeah, right.
See what happens there.
Yeah,
because some of the other stories are a little more fucking.
Yeah, involved. I mean they're pretty crazy. The Fred Merkle is basically the original Red Blunder.
Well, it's Merkel's boner.
Merkel's boner because he like completely butchered multiple plays or something.
No, one play. It was
one play. Okay.
It was one play, and it was the first fucking major league game that he ever started in his life, man.
Okay, that's what it was.
Dude, he was a 19-year-old rookie, which is
Jesus.
Whatever. It's 1908. He was only going to live to 25 anyway.
Right.
So, fucking 19-year-old rookie, first game with the Giants. The Pirates, the Giants, and the Cubs were pretty much like neck and neck. They were all basically tied for the National League pennant, right?
Right.
He played because the regular first baseman, I forgot his name, was it Fred Tenney, woke up that morning with fucking lumbago. How 1908 is that, right?
It's crazy.
So first game he ever started, it's late in the game, ninth inning, bottom of the ninth, it's fucking tie game. The center fielder, or was it the second baseman, Al Bridwell, came up and hit a single to center field with a man on third. Game over, 2-1, right?
Right.
Fucking crowd storms the field. Merkle decides to stop running and never touches second base. So through the fucking crowd, the center fielder tries to throw it to the second baseman. A pitcher for the fucking Giants catches it, throws it out into the fucking crowd. Just like, fuck this. No. Somebody else catches it, throws it back to the second baseman. He tags second amidst the whole mob. Fucking, he's out. Game's over. Ruled a tie.
It's amazing what fans used to get away with. I mean.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. It's bizarre. I mean, but that was up until like the 70s too. Like you see, like
I know, but like I wish I would be able to run on a field with a bunch of crazy fans. That would be the greatest thing ever. Are you kidding me?
I know, dude. We missed that era. We missed
terrible.
That era, But I mean, look, the thing with Merkel's boner was this.
Let's hear.
It was a large, huge boner, and they replayed that game because it was a tie game, and it was to get into the pennant. Christy Mathewson, however, was supposed to pitch this tiebreaker, but he said to his manager, I think it was John McGraw, he said, man, I'm dog tired today, see? I can't pitch today, see? So he didn't pitch. They fucking lose. The Cubs go on to win the World Series in 1908, and then obviously didn't fucking win until just now. So that's the original. That's what got the Cubs in. If it wasn't for Merkel's boner, they wouldn't even won in fucking 1908.
Son of a bitch.
Boner.
So
that's Merkle.
Okay, so we went over Merkle. Obviously, Christy Mathewson, he's known for being in the league for 16 years, had 373 wins, 2.13 ERA.
That's over 16 years.
Over 17 years. He pitched 1 year in Cincinnati for the Reds.
Oh, with the Reds, that's right.
And then he was their manager for, I think, 3 or 4 years after that.
Yeah,
something like that, yeah. He was a terrible manager, losing record.
Yeah, he was. We'll get to why. His brain was like Swiss cheese by that point. But
yeah, but yeah, he was a great pitcher. I mean, in 2,502 strikeouts.
That's incredible.
He was a fullback at Bucknell, a really good one. And then obviously was in the U.S. Army gas regiment.
Yeah,
for chemical warfare.
Chemical service.
Chemical service. Yep.
Yes.
You said with
Ty Cobb.
With Ty Cobb.
Believe it or not. I mean, imagine those two, like with gas masks on, like, we're coming to get you.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, he was also like, he was a huge, really down to earth guy, really intellectual guy.
Yeah.
He was, very Christian. He never pitched on Sundays. So that
I
was
remember that. I saw
but
that.
In 1918, he wanted to go into the war, and he wanted to enlist, and he wanted to do his thing, and so he wound up in the chemical service. So I will let you take this part if you like.
I mean, I don't know that much about it. We talked about it a little bit. I just know up to like that point.
Oh shit! Okay. Well, okay. All right. Well, so never mind.
Yeah, no. I know the most about Ed Delahanty as you do, and his whole drunken escapade. So if you want to just jump into that.
Oh, we will. I
just wanted to talk about Christy Mathewson because everyone voted for him, but.
Well, here's the fucking bitter end for Christy Mathewson.
Let's hear it.
During a training exercise with the chemical service, he somehow got gassed.
Right.
And evidently, he developed TB, tuberculosis. Right. And that kind of fucked him up. He didn't pitch for about a year or two when he got back. And then he became the manager of the Reds. And that didn't work out so well because he was dying. And then
so it was a chemical accident when they were testing. It wasn't in the actual war.
No, it was an exercise.
Jesus.
And he got gassed by the U.S. Army, and boom, that was that.
Who was the football player who was friendly fire killed?
Tillman.
Pat Tillman on the Cardinals.
Yeah, and there was like a cover up, and it was like
it was ridiculous. Yeah, they made a movie about it, didn't they? I
saw that. Yeah, there's a documentary about it. Really interesting.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah.
So let's just jump into Ed Delahanty then, and then we'll talk about the Mets the rest of the episode, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Big Ed.
Yep. He was a drunk, and that's what ultimately killed him.
Well, yeah, in a weird way. He was the guy hit over 400 3 times.
Jesus.
3 fucking times.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's nuts. He had a lifetime average of 346. All right. It's considering that was fucking what, like 1890 something. Yeah, and that's all we know. Then it's pretty good, dude. In speaking of 1890 something, in 1896 he had fucking 4 home runs in one game, 2 of which were inside the park.
Wow.
So the motherfucker could fly, but he fucking also could fucking drink.
Did he also get into bar fights too? Because I heard he was like a rowdy.
Thank God TMZ wasn't around, but
right.
Yeah, they said he did, and
but like
who did it in 1898? Who fucking did it? He's lucky he didn't die in a duel. So come on.
But like I heard a lot of conspiracy theories that maybe he was thrown over Niagara Falls.
Yes, I did read this too, and he apparently was on a train from Buffalo to Niagara Falls and crossing the bridge.
Yep.
Over the river and the falls. And he just got fucking drunk as fuck on this train, started harassing people and fucking with people. I think he tried to beat up a cop. And
yeah, that's what I heard.
So they threw him off. They just threw him off pretty much on the bridge. They're like, just get the fuck off of the train.
And he was walking on the tracks or something. And then
and then all of a sudden he's gone. And they find him way downriver and wearing nothing but his fucking shoes, socks, and a tie. Completely naked, aside from that. His tie never came off, which is impressive. Or did he just get fucking naked on the bridge? Aside from his shoes and socks.
He was
put his tie back on and woo!
Maybe. It sounds like something odd definitely happened with Big Ed. He was a weird guy, so.
And then, lastly, you had Hal Chase on there.
Oh, yeah.
So
he was notorious for betting on his own games to the point where he would make errors on purpose so that he would win bets. So there was one season where I think he led the league in errors at first base or some shit, but it was because he did half of those on purpose.
Well, it's funny because with Chase, apparently Babe Ruth and Walter Johnson both called him the best first baseman in the world, the best first baseman that they've ever seen.
Wow.
So that obviously raised a little fucking suspicion.
Yeah, that's
it's he also, when he took over as player manager for, he was with the Highlanders and Yankees in the beginning.
Yeah, he was.
And he was player manager for 2 years, 1910 and 11. And he was starting to get a little bit of a sniff around him about being corrupt about 1910.
Right.
So at 13, they were like, "Fuck you, we're getting you out of here." They traded him to the White Sox.
Yeah.
And that's when the real shit hit the fan.
So with the Chicago Black Sox scandal, which everyone knows about, obviously. But he was one of the notorious ones involved in that. I mean,
when he was the manager, he was the manager of the Reds in 1918. He paid a pitcher to lay down against the Cubs, and then after that, after he was kind of kicked out of baseball in 1920. Then he was allegedly the middleman in the Black Sox scandal, and the rest is fucking history.
No, like he actually makes Pete Rose look like Pete Rose did nothing wrong.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, now Pete Rose is selling baseballs that said, "I'm sorry, I bet on baseball for $500 in Vegas."
It's sad.
I gotta go get one of those fucking things before.
Right? If you can grab me one too, that'd be dope.
I'll see if I can get a fucking deal. I'm sure maybe we get 2 for $750.
Does he still have hope that he's gonna make the Hall of Fame, or does he now understand that's probably never gonna happen?
Dwindling hope, but I mean, it's. It would take a miracle for them to do it.
Like baseball's the type of petty sport that they will literally wait for him to die and then wait 50 years after his death and then go, okay, fuck it.
Oh, not even. I think they're petty enough that they would do it like fucking a year after he died. Now we posthumously induct Peter Rose into the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
and fucking Pete Rose isn't even cold yet.
That'd be pretty bad too.
Yeah, I can see that. Man. So that concludes our poll part of the program. So now, if you want to vote on the poll, you have a little more.
Let's just jump right into the Mets because they're one of the most frustrating teams I've ever watched in my life.
Okay.
How did they go from amazing in 10 games to shitty in 10 games to, it's like
one word is bullpen.
Yeah, and it's going to be frustrating because if they make it to the playoffs, are they going to actually make a push, or are they going to hit that wall in the second round? And if they do that, it's going to be the most frustrating thing ever.
I mean, what are they 3 out of the last wild card spot now?
Yeah, three games back. And I think they're like tied with Philly, or they're close. They're behind Philly.
They are.
And Philly lost today.
Okay.
Philly's half game behind the Mets. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Okay. But then Milwaukee.
Cool, I hate Philadelphia.
Oh, well, who doesn't? Yeah,
and my grandma was a diehard Phillies fan. My dad grew up in Philly, and I used to talk so much shit with her.
Yeah, it's.
She was silly, my grandma.
Yeah.
I bought her a trash can, and she watched the Phillies game in one room, and the trash can sat there for about 10 years. She never moved. When she died, she gave it back to me in her will.
The trash can.
The trash can.
Nice.
And it was now bent in half, set on fire. Like, what the fuck you doing, Grandma?
That's awesome. From years and years of Philly.
From just 10 years of just fucking Phillies.
Yeah, that's fucking
Grandma
fantastic.
Pissed off with a bottle of bourbon. Like,
that is one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. That's great.
Grandma definitely taught me a lot about baseball. And
so did mine.
Right. And I used to wake up really early for some reason, like 6, 7 in the morning. And Grandma hated waking up early, but she knew I was up, so she'd come down and talk baseball for like 2 hours with me.
Oh, that's fucking.
And that's part of the reason why I'm like obsessed with it, I think.
No, I don't blame it. I mean, dude, my grandmother, the whole side of the family were Yankees fans when they came over, and my uncle said my grandmother was like one of 13, and then she had so many brothers that were Yankee fans, all the old the World War II guys.
Right.
So my mother even used to tell me that like when she would be in the back of my Uncle Sal's car, it was a big old fucking Cadillac. Uncle Sal. Everybody has an Uncle Sal.
Right.
But he used to lie to the kids and say, "I'm sorry, the only thing this radio gets is the Yankee game." So so everybody got brainwashed at a young age, and I'm fucking fine with it, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like radio, because my dad was like, "It's Sunday, go wash all the cars," and I'm like, "Damn it, I'm gonna miss the Yankees game." So I just got to the point where, okay, I'm listening to.
It actually helps you kind of understand and picture the game more too.
It does.
When you just don't see every little thing that's going on in front of you.
I think it's a little more analytical. You're definitely looking into the numbers and listening to what they're saying, and they paint a different picture than what you see.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I obviously love Michael Kay, and Ryan Ruocco is. He's going to be the replacement. I think. You think that's probably the direction?
I mean, I would like it. I really like Ruocco. I think that I don't know if he's going to stick around long enough to wait, though.
It's going to be 10 to 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, is he going to want to wait fucking 10 years, or 20 years for Kane?
If he goes to the Mets, I swear to God, if the Mets get Ruocco.
That would be. What do you mean? Yeah.
He's just like, fuck this. I'm sick of Michael K. I'm going over to the Mets.
Oh, God. Just out of spite?
Just out of spite. Fuck you, Michael.
Just take a spite job.
I'm
fucking spiting you, K. Yeah, that's. Oh, man.
Let's do quick shout-outs. Do you have any? And then I have a couple.
Well, you have most of them. I mean,
okay, I'll just do them then. Yankee Report. Yeah. Yankee Report's been a huge fan. He always retweets our stuff on Twitter. All our fans are on Twitter, and they don't come off Twitter to the YouTube, and it pisses me off. So we need to figure out why.
It's because you weren't in San Francisco these last ones. Now you have.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I'm literally in San Francisco. I'm right near Chris, but we're apparently not going to do the show together.
Oh, scheduling conflict, man.
Yeah,
this is kind of last minute.
I couldn't get past the bridge. I'm just going to sit by the bridge and do this episode.
I'm right over there-ish in Oakland, so it's fine.
Yeah. Shout out to Mikey Baseball, our really good buddy.
Mikey Baseball.
Hilarious videos. You're just a funny guy. You're always positive. Good vibes from you. Shout out to Stacy. She's going through some family issues right now, and we wish her the best, and we'll see her next week. So
absolutely.
And that's about it. Oh, Yankee Crazy podcast. Those guys give us a shout out like every other week, so they're fucking awesome. Please go.
They're really good.
Check them out. Yeah, they're really good. Make sure you go see their last episode. They gave me like a 2 or 3 minute shout out, and I just realized I don't even know his name. So please, can you DM me your name? Because that's embarrassing as shit, bro. We're like actually friends, and I just know you as Yankee Crazy Pod.
Yeah, it's just and
I don't even know if you have like a team behind you. Right?
How long can you go, dude, guy, chief, boss?
I go with Buddy a lot.
Yeah, Buddy
or Miss. Those are the two that I use all the time.
I think it would be funny if you started using Miss for all the guys.
Miss for everyone.
I'm sorry, Miss. I can't help you. I don't have an answer for you. What? My name's fucking Robbie. I'm sorry, Miss. I forgot.
No, and it's terrible because even when I know people's name, I'm still like, I'm not sure I know it. So then I'll just be like, okay, buddy, Miss. And I've done this for years with people because I hate pronouncing names and shit.
Yeah,
I talked about this on the show.
Too much. I know it's too much to process, dude.
You know how many times I've met my.
Because if you get it wrong, then you're just an asshole.
Right.
So it's
So my brother got married, and I met his mother-in-law like 4 different times because I kept introducing myself, and she's like, "I've met you like a bunch of times," and I'm like, "Yes, you have. I'm gonna leave now and meet you again tomorrow."
I'll see you later, buddy.
I'll see you later, buddy. Oh, it's so embarrassing. I did it at the wedding like 3 times. I was like, God damn it. And dude, now we're close, but
all right. But you know what? Come on. It's a wedding. You're not supposed to fucking remember anything.
I was the best man, and I was focused on my long ass speech, and I ended up going with quotes from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I just did a monologue from that as Keanu Reeves, and everyone thought it was hilarious.
Did you say be excellent to each other?
Oh yeah, I ended with that. I ended with that, but I just I got up and I just, as serious as I could in Keanu voice, did random quotes from it for like 2 minutes until people picked up like what the fuck I was doing. But yeah, it was good.
You could have dropped it with the simple Sandeema's high school football rules.
Right. That would have been good.
I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. I would have fucked it up too. That's a tough one.
I did, so there you
go. I think that's pretty much all we got for today.
All right.
I think we're good. This is 27 Down, the perfect podcast for the perfect game. Thanks, Chris. You've been awesome.
Evan, love you, brother. I'll see you soon.
Peace, buddy.